Are you wondering if the violet flame is the same as Reiki? Stay tuned. Hello, and welcome to the Planetary Light Grid Network. This is Edlin's Ascension Show. I'm your host, Edlin. We invite you to stick around. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Today, I'm sharing a very special interview with Peter Mount Shasta, who was given his name by Ascended Master Saint Germain, who appeared before him in physical form in Muir Woods, California in 1973. He was offered the opportunity to ascend, but after Saint Germain showed him the suffering of humanity, he chose to stay in embodiment to be of service. As a result of that decision, he was sent to Mount Shasta, where he was trained for several years by Pearl Doris, former director of the I Am Sanctuary of San Francisco, and assistant to Godfrey Ray King, founder of the Saint Germain Foundation and author of Unveiled Mysteries. Except for various travels and retreats, Peter has continued to live in Mount Shasta. He is the author of many books, some autobiographical, which teach us how to use the I Am affirmations to bring the teachings of the Ascended Masters into fruition in our daily lives. Recently, his focus has been to bring meditative teachings from the Far East into union with the I Am consciousness. Thank you, Peter. Thank you so much for being here with us. Okay, Peter, I would love to hear about the violet flame. I've been asked if it's the same as Reiki. And I had to ponder that a bit, and Amanda and I were talking about that. What's your take on it? Is the violet flame and the Reiki like the same thing or similar?
Well, I think when you're doing any healing practice, you may be invoking violet, without even consciously being aware of it. If there's healing taking place, deep healing, there may be violet, there may be blue, which is cutting people free of any negative attachments. There could be green also with healing. But my understanding of Reiki is you're really invoking the archangels, that you're not using your own personal chi, like some Qigong practices where you're doing healing, you're sending your own energy into the person. My understanding with Reiki is you're not doing that, you're invoking healing from higher octaves of light, So it's quite possible that the archangels will be sending violet into the situation, into that person that you're healing. I don't believe they actually teach the use of violet flame when they give the Reiki training. I haven't taken it, but it certainly can't hurt if you think of violet, I mean, spiritual healing has been taught over the centuries, and the current term is Reiki. When I came to Mount Shasta, it was Joe Ray, and you're supposed to wear a secret scroll around your neck, and you have to take certain training and so on, get certified. But as long as you're invoking the light, like from your I Am presence, from your God self, or from the archangels, you quite likely are invoking violet, That's what burns up the condition that may be causing the ill health,
Okay.
I mean, I had a very powerful experience. When my book came out, it went to number 4 on the Amazon bestseller list, And then that night I had a terrible toothache. I've never had a toothache before. And this was so bad, I thought of going to the emergency room in the middle of the night, at the hospital. And then I heard this voice that said, your book just became a bestseller where you're recommending violet fire for healing. Now, don't you think you should test it out and prove it, So I said, okay, I won't go to the emergency room. So I lay on my back and I visualized that my jaw was made out of amethyst, that it looked like this, And I held that focus for about an hour, and I did the visualization. I am Violet Tara healing my tooth, And I fell asleep. And when I woke up in the morning, it was 95% gone. There was very little pain. And then in another hour, it was gone completely. And I've never had a problem with that tooth again. In fact, my teeth have been perfect since then.
Wow.
So, you have to practice these things if you want to, gain the ability to use them,
Yeah. Wow.
So,
Yeah.
so I don't know any more about the Reiki, but certainly I think people that do Reiki may experience violet fire, I mean, I don't know if you've had that experience or not. So.
Well,
I know I always kind of have it around me when doing Reiki, just in case anything funky comes up. It can't enter me or the person, or it's just automatically dissolved.
Great.
Yes, I am new to the violet flame. I've been just now been introduced to it, and I have had Reiki training to level 2, and the violet flame feels like it's just so much more powerful and effective and straight to the point. That's just the personal feeling that I get. We can talk about the violet flame, and it's like the Reiki is turned on. It's like I start getting hot, like hands and feet, and so.
And there's no limit, and you don't need to pay to get certified. You know what I mean? You don't need to take a course. You think, well, if I took a course in Reiki, what is it, a full day course or weekend course? I don't know how long it is, but you could sit for 1 hour and work with Violet Tara, see yourself as a goddess of violet light, or, just a being of violet light, maybe some of the men are scared to visualize themselves as a female goddess. I don't know. But, it doesn't hurt. We're supposed to all develop the Divine Mother within us, both male and female. Like women are asked to see themselves as a Christ being. It's beyond male and female, really. It's just a certain quality of light, But it's that mother quality that wants to heal and to nourish, whether you're male or female.
So true. And we all have that power within ourselves. It's the most beautiful thing.
But the more you think about it and try to use it, the more it will come into your life, Now I mentioned that, that being, where is it, over here, that's a picture of Saint Germain up here, who gave these teachings to Godfrey Ray King in the 1930s. So, and he can appear in many different forms, and he has a very good sense of humor.
Yes, thank you for this. This is.
I am the great divine director of my life and world. I am the resurrection and the life of my divine mission on earth, now made fully manifest.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Hope to talk with you again sometime.
Yes, I would love that.
And thank you, Amanda, for help setting this up and introducing me to Edwin.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us.
So, my love to everybody.
Thank you.
Much love, Peter.
Thank you.